Hi. Yeah, it's really good to see you again. Yeah, you mentioned that. Okay, so you're having some shoulder pain. Okay, that's too bad. And then also some abdominal pain. Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm thinking, do you want to just do sort of an assessment today, maybe kind of an exam, just to sort of find out what's happening? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put on some gloves, okay? Yeah, I think I'm just going to do kind of as I usually do. Give your body a feel. Yeah, just kind of get a sense for what's going on. I might be mumbling a little bit. And then maybe I'll come up with a report that I'll send you later. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. Let's feel. So you mentioned some shoulder pain specifically on this left side, yeah, okay. When you say pain, well, yeah, you just flinched a little bit. When you say pain, on a scale of 1 to 10, yeah. Mm-hmm. And when I press like this, okay. In terms of pain, how would you describe it? 1 to 10? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. When did the shoulder pain, when did it start? Yeah, okay. And you said that okay, so it went away for a little while and it came back. Interesting. going on off screen is that one of the bungalow kitties is roaming around. Also, there's a fly in the bungalow, which hopefully is not getting picked up on the audio. I'm not really sure, but that fly's hours are limited, unfortunately, for that poor fly. The bungalow kitty's like getting very, very into fly murder. Yeah. Oh gosh, okay. Okay. So when I feel down this arm, yeah, okay. And when I feel down this arm, yeah, okay. A little bit of something right there. Okay. And when I feel your arm right there, okay, and then when I also press on your shoulder like that, okay, yeah, it does feel like those two things are connected, doesn't it? Yeah. Any pain when I do that? How about that? Yeah. I just sort of do some padding. Okay. When I pat along the shoulder like that. Let's pat down this arm again. Let's pat down this arm again. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna feel the stomach for a little bit, okay? And then we'll return to the shoulders and this whole kind of shoulder into the arm, upper body situation that I'm kind of looking at. Yeah. Okay, so, you doing okay? Okay. All right, so first I'm just gonna let me know when there's any tenderness, okay? Okay. A little bit right there, okay. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, it's just a manual feel at the moment. I'm just kind of prodding and pressing a little bit. Prodding and pressing. Oh gosh. So when I sort of push in like that a little bit. About there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Now when I move out to sort of the, this is the right side of your abdomen. How does that feel? Yeah? Okay. How about the left side? Yeah. I'm just going to take both of my hands and I'm going to do some alternate pressing into the stomach, okay? Just let me know, again, if there's any tenderness, any pain, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to push on this side. Yeah, okay. I'll push on that side. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm just going to do some light pats on your stomach, kind of like I did on the shoulders and arms, okay? Yeah, so just this sort of light percussive motion. A little bit there, okay. Down near the bottom, okay? Okay. I'm gonna do this pressing again. Yeah, it's kind of like light to medium pressure. You're experiencing a little bit of tenderness. Okay. I'm just kind of taking my hand and just moving in sort of slight circular motions just to get a sense for anything. Any swelling, yeah, any inflammation. You know, honestly, I mean, you're expressing a little bit of discomfort. Yeah, you know, I'm not picking up on anything too concerning in the abdomen. Maybe a bit of bloating, honestly, yeah. So this tender spot over here, when I press it, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 3. Yeah, okay. So it's sort of more mild to medium discomfort as opposed to pain. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then was there just a bit of tenderness over here? Is that true? Yeah. But you'd say that's more like a 1.5. Okay, okay. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I honestly wonder if just like your average everyday bloating might be the culprit. Yeah, which, I mean, we all experience, right? But it can sometimes lead to sort of a feeling of like the abdomen is a little distended. Yeah, which can be uncomfortable for sure. Yeah. My hunch is that this is unrelated to what's going on in the shoulders and arms though, right? Yeah. Okay, all right, so let's go back into these shoulders here for a little bit. And when I do slightly, not aggressive, but slightly more aggressive kneading into the shoulder, yeah, you are twinging a little bit, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's do the pads again. Let's do the pads down this arm. And let's do the pads on this side. And down this arm, yeah. Just feel down this arm a little bit more. Arms simultaneously. Let's do a little bit of alignment here just to get a sense. Okay. Yeah. So I do have some suspicions about what's going on in your shoulders, particularly in this one, which I know it's plagued you before, right? Yeah, so it might be some kind of old stuff that we've worked on, kind of rearing its head again. But based on the way this arm is behaving and the pain that you're experiencing, there might be something new going on. Which yeah, I'm gonna like take a few hours after this session to look up some stuff in your history based on treatments that we've done together. And then I should have a better idea of what's going on, okay? Yeah. Okay. So as per usual, I'll send you an email later, okay? Yeah. And that should have sort of a detailed account of what I noticed today, and then also what type of sessions I think we should do going forward to address this. Yeah. Yeah, and none of this is too concerning. Like I said, you know, the abdomen, I'm not too worried about. I think that's bloating that will go away. Maybe even within 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer. And then I think I'm just noticing some shoulder alignment stuff that we've dealt with in the past. It's kind of rearing its head. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, it was great seeing you as always. Thank you for hanging out with me in the bungalow, kitties. Not sure if you heard them chewing and scratching and chasing flies off screen, but hopefully it wasn't too distracting. And yeah, and I'll email you later tonight, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it was great seeing you.